Welcome back to the movie breakdown. I'm your host Paul, along with our co-host Ivan Carlos, the actor.
What's up, guys?
Hey guys, um, we just finally got to sit down and watch Ready or Not. Last year, one of my favorite movies of the year. What did you think?
Understandably, because that movie is amazing.
I know, and it's got, it's like Clue. Have you ever seen the 1990 Clue movie?
I haven't, but I remember you mentioned it.
Oh my god, dude!
So
It is
now
so.
that you mentioned this movie alongside with that one, I definitely need to go back and watch that one.
Yeah, and then remember I was telling you it has three alternate endings, and I didn't even know that because the idea in the theater is with the Clue movie is that you would go back and see the movie three times so that you could see all three endings. So this movie doesn't even have that, and I think it's such a rewatchable. Would you rewatch it?
Oh, 100%.
Okay, all right. So
100%. I would rewatch it like today.
I mean, I was telling Yvonne, I said, I'm stuck in the house, but it's almost 7, it's almost 80. It's a really nice day. I think I'm going to do a movie night tonight. And my next door neighbor has a white picket fence, so guess what? That's going to be my movie screen. So,
Yeah, that's awesome.
um, if you, as long as you guys stay 10 feet apart, you're more than welcome to come over.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Also, I hope that all of our viewers are safe and
Yes.
hanging out at home during the COVID-19 shenanigans. Wash your hands, friends.
Yeah, wash your hands for sure. All right. So let's go over the rules again because we have new listeners all the time. We're not the typical movie review show. Yep, yep. This is not the typical movie review show. We actually will give you spoilers from the get-go. So we give you our review at the beginning of the show, and then we encourage you to go see it and then come back and listen to it. So our ratings are 5 to 1, 5 being the best, 1 being the worst movie. But we also have a special golden award for 0. And a 0 is what I have called, Yvonne calls a brodroni. I call I call hilariosity. We're looking at some movies to rank as hilariosities. So again, 5 is the best, and 1 is the worst, and a special 0 for hilariosities. So, I'll give my wonderful co-host the opportunity to rank it first. Out of 5, because I don't think this is a 0, what would you give this?
No, not at all. Not at all. Out of 5, I'm going to give this movie a 4.5. So
Fair.
I'm going to rate it pretty high. Also, Paul, just to let you know, I think you're cutting out a little bit here and there. But yeah, I would give.
Does that sound better?
Yeah.
Okay, wait a minute.
I don't know if it's the same or not.
Do me a favor, just go back and say I'll rate this as a.
Sorry.
Just say that comment over again.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
So I will rate this movie, Ready or Not, out of 5, a hardcore 4.5.
Okay.
I really enjoyed this movie. Yeah. I was a little disappointed with how much the trailer kind of gave away, to be honest. Because I do think after watching the movie, some of like the more comedic moments would have hit me more if I didn't already see it in the trailer. But I also understand that they wanted to show those moments because those moments are what made this movie special. Like, it's not just a like suspense thriller movie; it's hilarious.
Oh, I absolutely.
So they wanted to draw in that audience, and they wanted that kind of clout. So I understand why kind of like these really funny moments were in the trailer, but I also know that while I was watching, there were a few moments where I was like, "Dang, I wish that that wasn't included," because that would have hit me so much more harder, and that would have been so much more funny if I didn't know that it was already coming.
Do
You
you
know what I
think?
mean?
Do you think it was marketed wrong? Do you like how the trailer was, or do you think the trailer was?
I think that the trailer was good. I just think that it gave away too much.
On the edible scale, is it better to with edibles
Watch
or do?
it. Well, I mean, for the real, practitioners out there, for lack of a better word, for our TV show or our podcast, I would say almost every movie is. But
but this is about murder, so come on now.
Yeah.
This
No,
is
it's not necessarily better with it. I watched it without that,
okay.
and I really enjoyed it, and I thought it was hilarious. I don't think that this is a movie trippy enough to kind of really be affected by the extracurriculars. You know what I mean?
Okay. And I would absolutely agree with you. I'm really hard about giving this in that 5 category because 5 is I think is Citizen Kane, like a but I love this movie. I'm getting a strong 4. Reason why I'm giving strong 4 is cinematography is really dead on. I love the dark images. I love how they like did like a card trick and everyone was looking at it, and I love how they slowly let you in on the secret of the story, and I like how they told the story, and the gag at the end was just phenomenal, just absolutely phenomenal. Because, what was it your intention too? Did you think it was just a joke and that the family was insane, or did you feel?
Oh no. I knew that it was going to go south only because of the trailer.
Well, no, I'm not talking about that. But did you think that they were going? Did you think they were going to explode? Because I thought it was just. I thought it was just a fable. You know how like parents have this shit where they'll tell a kid something just to scare the fucking shit out of them, and it has nothing to do with reality in any way.
Totally.
And
keep going. Sorry.
no, and I was just getting this vibe that like it was it's more like oh no, like nothing's gonna happen, they'll be fine, and then like literally they all start exploding, and I'm like,
yeah, that was really shocking.
I'm like, holy shit, this is fucking real.
Literally,
holy shit.
The funny
like
thing is,
what?
I actually had a conversation with. I watched this movie with a couple of my roommates, and we were like talking towards the end of the movie. We were like, "What if nothing happens?" And like we were talking about, would we prefer it to be true that something happens, or to be untrue that something doesn't happen? And I mean, the room was split. There was like 4 or 5 of us watching the movie. 2 or 3 of us were like, no, we want something to actually happen, and the other 2 were like, no, we want to see what would happen if nothing happens. But I really enjoyed the ending. Do you know if it came out before or after Midsommar?
Let's look at the release date.
I know it was 2019.
I remember it. I remember it being out almost exactly the same time because remember, it came out August 22nd, and Midsummer came out literally in Midsummer, so Midsummer came out first.
Okay, got you. Yeah.
So backstory behind this movie, myself, one of our close friends, and Yvonne decided to go to the movies, and I gave him 2 movies. I said, do you want to see a like drama, like psychoanalysis movie where they're all stuck in a little like village and they take drugs, or do you want to watch this like kind of like slicer movie where the person's being chased around the house? And our other friend says, no, 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 I don't want to see something like that. And I'm like, no, 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 this is not like this isn't Freddy Krueger or Jason. This is like actually got a lot of like I would say it's the first like slicer that I've seen that has like a lot of like sense to it. Like there's a lot of sense behind it. And I'm like,
yeah, it's really well made.
yeah, it is.
And it's dense. How long is it? It's like an hour and a half, right? Or an hour and 45.
I mean, look at the running time.
Dense. There's so much that happens in the story. It's not just. It's literally, you can't say it's a slasher. It's like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like I feel like
it's an hour and 34 minutes. It's 90 minutes.
Yeah, and so much happens in that hour. I was like, whoa, like the change in setting,
and
like the pit.
And I really did do a bad job of like describing it.
No, not at all.
But I also got you guys to see Midsummer. I know, but I also got you guys to see Midsummer, and I don't think you guys would have saw Midsummer, ever if it wasn't for me to kind of give you those two perspectives, because Midsummer is such a polarizing movie, and I'm thankful that you specifically haven't been able to see both of them, because these are two of the best movies of the year. I mean, I'm just kind of
it won best overlooked film, or it won some kind of award for that.
Yeah, it's just incredible. So let's break down the plot. Do you like the idea of that this entire family's fortune is based on playing this game every time someone gets married? Does that plot? Does that plot? Does this plot work for you?
I do like the idea of like the fact that there's like this community of very affluent, rich people, and they all know that the reason why they're all famous is because they all made a deal with the devil, essentially. Like when they're talking about the other family that supposedly died in the fire.
Right.
And they're like, oh, well, we actually know what happened to them. Like that in and of itself, I really like that concept.
But see, we don't really know if that's true until the end of the movie, because we don't know if they're literally insane, because
which is a very smart
right, and that
smart for them to do that.
And to me, and actually, it's a better movie, because rich people say stupid shit all the time, like like Donald Trump, okay, and you never know if it's the truth until they literally start blowing up.
Literally.
I mean, I'm like, what? Really? This is really happening. They are blowing.
Yeah. They literally were reduced to nothing.
Okay. I have to ask you. Okay, were you just utterly blown away with the amount of weapons that they actually acquired? Like whoever was the set designer and the person who went out and got different. I mean, because sometimes you can just be not creative and you can just have all guns, but this person got bow and arrows and knives and a ball and chain
guns,
and
different kinds of guns.
Oh my god, it was like
it was everything about the making of the film, I think, was brilliantly executed. The house was beautiful.
I loved it was all that wooden, that dark brownish, and then the reds and the orange and the golds. It just fed into that like really deep seediness and like that 1920s vibe of like pure power, pure evil.
Yeah. And I also liked how kind of cyclical the plot was, specifically for Adam Brody's character, the guy who played Daniel. Like how the movie starts with him seeing the first time he ever noticed like this ritual where like everyone's hunting these people, and then fast forward, he's a young adult and he's taking place in it now. Like that was a really cool. I think that they really had a lot of fleshed out characters.
Oh yeah, that was really interesting how they really explained that we really fucking kill people and we've been doing this for 100 years plus.
Yeah.
I mean that, totally. And then how the grandmother is just like she's not like upset with the family either. She's like the first one that wants to kill everyone. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just like I'm like,
Oh yeah, the funny grandma. Oh my gosh, that was
oh my
hilarious.
god. I mean, and okay, was it you or me? Okay, are you completely just shocked, or is it a hilarious moment when they start killing all the help on accident? Like, when they.
That was hilarious. That was hilarious. At
And
first, I was kind of like, why do they have these people just walking around? Like, what's the deal? But then the fact that they served a purpose, I was like, that's hilarious.
But
the movie was hilarious. And like when she punches the kid, oh my gosh.
I mean, they're not even in white. I mean, it's really easy. You have this dark, and that was the other thing that was really good about art direction. And think about this from a lighting perspective. Okay, that's why this is a really cool for a wedding scene. Whoever wrote this really was thinking about it. Okay, all of the bad
Oh,
guys are in dark. Everyone is in dark. The only person that's good is in white.
yeah. Until the very end where she's like
Right.
covered.
Yes. Correct.
Like, yeah.
So.
What's her face in this movie was hilarious. Melanie Scrofano, the
Oh yeah.
woman who played. Who did she play? Emily. That was her name. She was hilarious. Like the whole like, I'm really trying my best, but I keep messing up. Like the character dynamics were just hilarious.
I'm blown away. Are you aware? Did you know who this lead was? Because I'm not familiar with this woman. Samantha.
The Samara Weaving.
Yeah.
Samara Weaving. I think I have seen her, and she has to have been in something that I thought I saw. But nothing big. Oh, she was in The Babysitter. She's in
The Babysitter. Okay. Well, then
Yeah.
we're gonna have to
It was
put
a
that
movie
on the
came
list.
It was a movie that came out in 2017, and actually, you should watch The Babysitter because it's. Oh wow, it's kind of very, very similar. I wonder who. I just realized you should watch The Babysitter, Paul.
Okay. Got to do something.
Very similar vibe. And Samara Weaving is in that movie as well. She's the lead actor in that one.
Well, I'm looking at her list of movies. It's like all she does is like action adventure.
Yeah, and like gore.
She was in the monster truck movie, which is a monster in a truck.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh, she was also hey, she was also in G.I. Joe.
In G.I. Joe.
Yeah. In 2010.
Cool. Yeah, no, she's phenomenal. She was great. I don't really have any like issues with any of the actors in the movie. I mean, the guy who played Mark O'Brien, Mark O'Brien who played Alex. I wish that in the final moments of the movie, when spoiler.
Well, no, everyone saw the movie. It's not spoiler.
Oh, true. Okay. When Alex like goes up to Grace and realizes that Daniel's dead, like he sees his brother die, and he goes immediately to see Grace. That I wish that there was more of a confusion at that moment.
True.
Like I wish that he thought that she killed him because she didn't really. Right? Am I misremembering that?
No, you're right.
Like I wish that there was more of a confusion because then Alex does try and kill her. So I was hopeful that would be why, because then it would make sense that instead of Alex's loyalty to his family, because throughout the entire movie he's trying to keep her safe and get her out. At the end of the movie he kind of flips. And for me, I think that the reason would have been more accurate. It would have been a better representation of his character if it was because Daniel was murdered.
Well, I think they did that because they wanted to have a contrast. They wanted to have one person in the group act like they didn't care about everything. But I mean, if you look at the outlining, everyone was going to stab everyone in the back. So
Yeah.
I mean, I never thought there was a good person in the bunch. The only loyal person in the bunch is the butler. I mean, and look what
Oh
happened
yeah,
to
the
the butler.
rocks.
I have to tell you, man, if I could have a butler like that, will go out and murder people and like drag people through the woods. I'll hire you, fucker. I mean, I'm like, that's the most loyal butler I've ever seen in my entire life, dude. I'm like,
Who would you say is your favorite character in the movie?
oh my god, dude. I really do love the the main the main woman in the group. Yeah. But I love the mother too. Played
Oh,
by,
Becky, Eddie McDowell.
yeah,
Yeah.
McDougall. She's just like,
Yeah, and she's in a
come,
lot.
you know.
I
Oh.
think I would say mine is between the Aunt Helene,
Mm-hmm.
and Emily, the girl who keeps messing everything up.
What about the chubby guy? It's like, oh, I
Oh
don't
yeah,
like,
he's funny too.
I don't know how to use this. You know.
That was he's like I don't know what to do. Yeah,
He's like, do we really do this? Do we really?
Wait, was it Clara who was the one that kept messing everything up, or was it Emil? No, it was Emily.
Well, no. His wife was the one. His wife was the one who kept on shooting people.
It's his wife? Yeah, no.
Emily.
No. Because Fitch and Charity were both in-laws.
Right.
Like they both married the family.
Right.
Yeah, so it would definitely be between Emily and Aunt Helene. Aunt Helene's lines were just hilarious. She was just the funniest.
Kudos, really
they
kudos.
did a good job of making her look evil too.
Oh yeah, just kudos to the. You know what this really is a kind of a very close copycat too, but there's no way it is because it was literally wrote and shot in the same time frame as Knives Out, because the only difference in Knives Out is there's only one murder and everyone's locked out. This we're trying to literally cause, we're trying to have, it's like we're seeing the murder in time, then in the, trying to figure it out. So
yeah, I feel you.
Wouldn't it be cool if Blanc shows up as a sequel to Ready or Not and tries to solve it? Well,
whoa,
yeah.
That was so funny. Like in regards to like the ending of the movie, Gracie's character has the biggest come up, because at the end of the day, like, yeah, all she wanted was to be a part of the family, but she has the entire everything that they have is hers because they are legally married. She's the last remaining member of this family. So
okay, but you're not thinking about.
They don't say it, but I realize that towards the end of the movie, like everything that they have now is hers.
But that would assume that she's. I mean, you're just gonna assume that she's considered innocent too, right? So you're gonna just wipe all. You're just gonna wipe all that.
There isn't any proof that she did anything.
There's blood all over her face and her dress.
Yeah, but she could literally be like, if they tried to kill me, and look, there's this, like all the evidence.
Oh yeah, there's video cameras, right?
There's cameras, and there's like all the evidence that they have that would say that she's guilty of everything is circumstantial. Like they can't actually prove that she did it. She could say they tried to kill me, and that's it.
Damn.
But I mean, you're right.
Damn, you're right, dude.
And everyone dies the night of the wedding.
Dude, you're right. So we might actually. Do you think there's a sequel then?
No, I don't think that there will be a sequel. But I just after watching, I was like, oh wow, like that. That's pretty cool for her.
But
Like she gets all this stuff now.
remember, I brought up the color thing. Is she the angel, and they're all the demons?
Sorry.
Remember, I mentioned the way they they color coded the cast. All of the bad people were in dark colors, and she's in a white dress. So is she the angel, and the rest of them are demons?
Yeah.
Even the
you could totally make. You could also say that like the white dress is her like innocence, and throughout the movie she loses that, and the dress is painted and like you could make a lot of arguments for the what's it called, imagery.
Because that's how I was looking at it. I mean, because that was the thing that was just the most hilarious part, is that they just start killing all the help, and all the help's in black too. And the only person they have to shoot is the person in white, and it's the easiest thing to see in a dark house is white. I mean,
there was definitely that, like, I love how they had that really stupid death of the dumbwaiter.
Oh yeah,
like that was just such an idiotic way to die, but it was funny.
You know,
I was like, this person, like, what are you doing?
I like that they made her smart. I hate when they make the main actress in the movie not smart. I'd be proud if I had a daughter watch this, because she actually gets out of the house. She's not like, oh, I can't go anywhere. She leaves. She gets out of the property.
Yeah. And I also enjoyed that they what was I gonna say? That they didn't really focus on her backstory. Like the only person who had backstory in the movie was Daniel, I think.
Well, I think that was because they wanted to build they wanted to build some kind of sympathy for us as the audience and trick us.
Yeah, that's what I like that choice. I think it was really
no, it was good. It was definitely a good way to play against us. But you agree that they did that to tease us and play with us, right?
Totally.
Yeah. All right. So.
Oh no, a 4.5.
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm with you. I agree. It's a great movie. So you're gonna give it a 4.5. I'm gonna give it a 4. Just because I think 4.5 and 5 are really rare territory.
I feel you. I think I give it a 4.5 because it really surprised me.
Well, good. I mean,
yeah.
To our audience out there, I've been begging him to watch this movie for literally 4 months, so I'm thankful that
very true
to occur. Should we list out some movies that may be on the list, so people have something to look forward to?
Yeah. Hold on, let me pull up the list that you sent me.
So, my suggestion.
Because there were a couple that I'm a little iffy on, but
okay.
I definitely want to watch. Birds of Prey. Onward.
Well, hey, here's the cool part. Onward is going to be on Disney Plus. Disney Plus in 10 days. So so you'll be able to watch it.
And then definitely Bad Boys for Life. Like that's definitely a movie.
Hey, it sounds like you like science fiction, kind of like horror things. You might like Fantasy Island too.
I will look into that.
So, all right, guys. So, Bad Boys for Life, Birds of Prey, Onward, and Fantasy Island maybe are movies that, and for our hilariosity recommendations, I'm thinking that we should definitely recommend watching The Room and Battleship Earth. Those are the two most hilarious, worst movies in the entire world.
We should also add Skyscraper to the hilariosity.
Yes.
List.
Yeah.
With
a one-legged man jumping 30 half of a football field across
using his leg as
Yeah.
We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there.
All right, guys. For Paul,
Thanks
the
for listening,
photographer, Yvonne, the actor. See ya.
Deuces.